Today we are going to do a progressive tax table at a single rate for 2024. So this might not be 2024 when you're watching this video, but you will compute this the exact same way. Okay, so these numbers may not be correct. You will have to do the computation on your own. If we look at this tax table, if you go online, you can see normally tax tables will only go up to about $100,000. And then they're like, if you make over that, you're going to have to figure it out yourself. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we will be looking at this sheet here. And again, this is a single rate for 2024. So again, if yours is 2025, because I may change this, your numbers will not be the same, but you again will compute this the exact same way. So on line number one, what we are doing is we are going to figure out how much tax is applied on taxable income between 0 and 11,600. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the column 3, this column right here, and we're going to subtract it from column 2, okay? And we're going to get 11,600. Then we are going to take that number and we are going to multiply it by whatever that tax rate is in that row. So that's going to give us $1,160. The next taxable spread is going to be from 11,601 to 47,150. So we are going to take column 3 minus column 2. We're going to get this number, and again multiply it by whatever is at the beginning of that, and we're going to get a number, so on and so forth. You do not do, when it says and up, we do not do that, okay? Down at the bottom I have given you an example, okay? So make sure you take a look at that, and I will do this first one with you. So this says, how much would person 1 with a taxable income of $34,000 pay in federal taxes with a progressive chart? First thing that we're going to do is we're going to figure out where it's at. So if we go up here, we can see at the progressive chart, it's going to be in between this number and this number. So we are on row 2. We know anything above row 2, we are going to end up paying. Okay, so we know we are going to have to pay $1,160 plus. Okay, so I'm going to put $1,160. Then I have to figure out the tax that I have to pay between the $34,000 and the $11,601. So I'm going to take $34,000 minus whatever the spread is. We're going to always use column 2. So we're going to subtract that out, and we're going to get, in this case, we're going to get $22,399. We're going to multiply it by 0.12. Why? Because this is the 12%, or you could do 12%. That is going to give us $2,688. So that is going to be added to the $1,160. So our total tax is going to be $3,848. Make sure you do not use any change. Everything gets rounded. If it's under 50 cents, we just drop the change. If it's over 50 cents, we round up. Same thing for number 2. But this time, understand that we are at 62,027. So we are in between this number and this number. So that means we're going to pay this number plus a portion of this number. And we're figuring it out exactly the same way. So I'm going to put my 1160 plus my 4266, and then I have to figure out how much tax between the 47,000 and my 62,027 am I going to actually be paying on. So I subtract those two numbers, and that is 14,876. Multiply it by that row, which is 22%. So I'm going to get 3,273 that I'm going to add to it. So I should get 8,699. Down at the bottom, I tell you exactly how to do this. So I will do the first one with you. What is the actual percent of income for person 1 above? we are going to take the taxes paid, in this case it's $3,848, and simply divide it by our taxable income, which is $34,000. We are going to round to one decimal place. Okay, so we're going to put 11.3% in this case. Again, if this is a different year, your numbers will be slightly different. And you will do the same thing for 4 and 5. On the back, flat tax is simply taking whatever the taxable income is times whatever the flat tax rate. Oops, let me let it refocus. Sometimes it goes a little crazy. So we are going to get, in this case, we're going to get $6,120. Unless I change that 18% or I change my taxable income, your numbers will not change on this one because it's a flat tax. Down here, what we are going to do is we're going to figure out, is the flat tax or the progressive tax more or less? Okay, so we're going to do flat tax, which is number 7, 6,120, minus whatever we got for our number 1 tax. In this case, it was $3,848. Again, yours might be different if we're in a different tax year. So that would give us $2,272, and you would figure out these two the exact same way. And that is how you're going to do the progressive tax table.